Welcome back to the channel. Antiques have been popular among collectors and investors for centuries and can hold significant historical, cultural and financial value, making them a really interesting product to sell online. With my new antiquecentral.co.uk e-commerce website, I can now, in addition to our Antique Central YouTube channel, develop a second antiques hub for both new and experienced collectors and investors to explore and learn all about unique and interesting antiques. It will be a safe and friendly website that will hopefully grow into a community of like-minded people. Towards the end of the film, I'll walk you through each page of the website so you can see how I've designed it and what I've included. It's probably the best way to do it rather than go into a huge amount of detail, as obviously you can visit the website yourself and spend as much time as you like examining the pages and deciding whether I've made a good job of it or not. I'd really appreciate some constructive criticism, either via the contact page on the website or in the comments below. That would be really helpful, and I'm old enough and I'm ugly enough to take criticism as long as it's constructive. There is no doubt that antiques can be an investment, with the value of certain pieces increasing significantly over time. This makes selling them online through my own e-commerce website a potentially lucrative business venture, one that, all being well, I will be exploring to the full over the next few years. By establishing antiquecentral.co.uk as a reputable and trustworthy source for antiques, I hope to attract collectors who are willing to invest in these unique and valuable pieces. Time will tell, and I'll keep you all up to date with how the website and the business is progressing. By publishing the Antique Central website, I'm aiming to reach a wider audience than I could by selling antiques through a physical store or at antique fairs and markets. By having my own e-commerce website, I can establish Antique Central as a go-to destination for unique and authentic antiques that cannot be found elsewhere. I will also have complete control over my Antique Central brand and how my products are chosen, presented and listed. And even more liberating is the absolute definitive fact that I will not have to worry about the ever-changing corporate policies and rules enforced by other well-known selling platforms. I have to admit though, cards on the table, that to begin with, I will only be selling to customers here on the UK mainland. This is entirely down to the shipping costs and the customs taxes and duties that are incurred by shipping internationally. However, as the website hopefully takes off and evolves, it may be an area I revisit in the future, given I am actually shooting myself in the foot by not selling globally to international customers. There's no doubt that the demand for antiques has increased in recent years as people seek unique and sustainable alternatives to mass-produced items. By creating antiquecentral.co.uk, I can now cater to this growing market of forward-thinking, educated customers who appreciate high-quality and rare antiques. Owning my own e-commerce website also means that once I have paid my one-off annual fee to the website host, in this case Squarespace, who I have no affiliation to by the way, I have no other shop, listing, promotion costs or sales fees to pay. I can list as many items as I want to, as often as I want to, without incurring monthly insertion fees or even worse, having to pay the dreaded final value fee on my sales. The only additional charge I will incur on every sale is the approximate 1 to 2% financial transaction fees for PayPal or Stripe, who will be securely managing all sales transactions for me. As I've often said in previous videos, selling antiques can be a rewarding way to preserve history and share it with other people. as well as to help customers create a sense of nostalgia and connection to their past. I'm hoping to grow the Antique Central website so it can provide a platform for showcasing the unique stories behind each antique I sell and the craftsmanship that went into creating it. By highlighting the stories behind the antiques on my website, I hope to attract customers who appreciate the history and cultural significance of each piece. Antique Central will be a platform for celebrating the history and stories behind each antique I sell, and for fostering connections between collectors who share a passion for unique and meaningful pieces. To help achieve this, I have created the Antique Central Knowledge Bank. This will be a curated, by me, and importantly free access, knowledge vault for both entertaining and informative antiques videos, as well as holding a glossary of terms and descriptions that I have assembled over many years from open access sources. You can also subscribe to a monthly news gazette that will include everything from special offers to sourcing updates, latest stock, and any important news and developments as far as the website and business go. So I'm definitely hoping I will get a few customers who sign up for the Gazette. Fingers crossed. As we all know, the process of sourcing antiques can be an adventure in itself, involving research, travel, and networking with other collectors and dealers. With Antique Central, I can share my adventures sourcing antiques with my customers and make the process of discovering unique and rare pieces an exciting part of my brand. To do this, I will have links on the Knowledge Bank page to the Antique Central YouTube channel. The idea is to link the two communities and hopefully promote comments, discussion and networking. You never know, you might even make new friends by subscribing to the YouTube channel and following antiquecentral.co.uk. That's up to you. As you know, my mission plan has always been to uncover rare and valuable antiques in original unrestored condition that other dealers might overlook, giving me a competitive advantage in the market. By establishing Antique Central as a reputable website for high quality and unique antiques, I hope to attract customers who are looking for something special that cannot be found anywhere else. And as I've already mentioned, owning my own website also enables me to sell my stock without having to deal with the many restrictions that other well-known online selling platforms impose upon us sellers. At this point, I can hear you all shouting at your screens, but what about the views you're going to get? On eBay, you get millions of impressions and thousands of views for each of your listings, don't you? Well, you definitely get a lot of impressions, but the actual view count can in reality be really low. For example, I have run my eBay store down to approximately 125 active listings by transferring all of my stock valued above £20 to my new website. When I last checked my eBay analytics for the past 30 days, roughly half the items had 0 or only 1 view, with the majority of the rest getting less than half a dozen views each. This corresponds to about 900,000 impressions in total, and a click-through rate of, believe it or not, just 0.1%. From this, the sales conversion rate was then only 1.2%. So you can see that huge eBay listing impressions mean absolutely nothing unless the click-through rate is converted to sales. For what it's worth, and in my personal opinion, I think the majority of views and watchers on eBay are waiting for the price to drop to rock bottom before they make an offer, or even buy it. I'm not complaining about this. It's entirely their prerogative as customers. But, in my opinion, if someone takes the trouble to click on one of my website listings knowing the price, there's more chance of them buying the item, especially as best offers are not an option. Am I right or am I wrong? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Again, constructive criticism gratefully received. Being absolutely honest, I have set up my own website for reasons other than the financial benefits I will accrue. If you can make a successful business of it, and that's the key, selling antiques online is definitely a flexible and fulfilling way to work, allowing me to set my own schedule and literally work from anywhere in the country with an internet or Wi-Fi connection. By developing the Antique Central website over time, I will continue to enjoy this flexible and independent lifestyle and income, while still maintaining a successful, legitimate and fulfilling business. Believe it or not, at my stage of life, the flexible lifestyle and the freedom it offers me is as important, if not more important, than the financial benefits. Selling antiques can be a way to contribute to sustainable consumption by encouraging customers to invest in high quality, long lasting pieces rather than disposable fast fashion items. Fast fashion items, have I just made that up? Probably. By selling antiques, vintage and collectibles, and by recycling boxes and packing materials, I will do my best to establish antiquecentral.co.uk as a green champion of sustainability and hope to attract customers who appreciate my commitment to ethical and responsible business practices. I think I'm beginning to sound like Greta Thunberg there, so is that good or bad? I don't know. Will I cut it out or leave it in? Time will tell. So now we've come to the moment you've all been waiting for. We'll have a rapid fire walk through the website and I'll show you all the different pages and how they link together. Okay, the first thing we'll do is type in antiquecentral.co.uk to take us straight to the actual website, and there it is. So if we click on that, there you go. Excellent. So this is the home page. Hope you like it. And we'll just scroll down it and you will see pretty well at the top, this is the store, and a nice little quote there from William Morris: "Have nothing in your houses that you do not know to be useful or believe to be beautiful." And I completely agree with him. You then continue to scroll down and you see some featured stock which will change, if not daily then weekly, and also a link to the knowledge bank. So we could click on that and go straight to the knowledge bank. Now equally you can either click on the individual listed items there, or you can add them to your cart. And then right at the bottom we have the form for the Antiques Central Gazette. So you can actually input your email address, sign up, and then you'll be on the list to receive the monthly Gazette, which will update you on all the latest news and information from Antiques Central. Okay, so from the home page you've got a couple of choices. You have the main navigation at the top, home, store, knowledge bank, which hopefully you're aware of now, and also the about page, the contact page, and the terms and conditions. And also there are some social media links over here, and there's Instagram, Facebook and YouTube, and there's the cart, so you can see how many items you've got added to it. So you've got a choice. You can either click on the navigation panel at the top, or if you're scrolling down the home page you can actually link to the various pages via the images. So if we have a look first up at the store, so just clicking on it, and there we go, as if by magic we're in the Antique Central store. And then what you've got then is you've got all the items as listed, and I can alter the order that they're listed in as well, which is great. Or you can go over to the left of the page where you see all stock there, and then there are categories you can look at. So that's quite similar to eBay, be familiar to you. So let's just take one example of, let's look at, I don't know, it could be any of them, couldn't it? But let's have a little look at this brass trough planter by Croft and Cinder of Birmingham. Now, this happens automatically. There's nothing I can do about this. It's just part of the template for Squarespace. If I hover over the first image, it changes to the second image. There you go. I've asked them if I can stop that happening, but you can't. So what I've had to do is basically the second image has to be quite a general shot of the item again, so it doesn't confuse people. So as you can see, every second image there, that's a shot of the back of the tramp art photo frame. This is an interesting one. So what we've got there is an Indo-Persian engraved brass peacock serving tray, and if you hover over that, it gives you a view of the same tray but with fruit displayed on it. And I don't know if any of you watched my previous film on using fruit as props to help sell your listed items. Well, there you go. That's an example that I am following my own advice and using prop fruit just to set the scene for the potential buyer to see what they can do with it. Right, I'm not going to dwell much longer on the store because, as I said earlier, you can go and have a look at yourself and spend as much time as you like browsing and, of course, buying. Now, if you want to actually buy an item, it's all very straightforward. So, for example, let's look at this Regency period or Georgian brass candlestick. So, a couple of 100 years old here. So you can either go to Quick View, which gives you that kind of a short form version of it, where you can add it to the cart. Or if you go back, you can go to the full view of it. There you go. And you can actually look at lots of additional photos. If you hover over it, it zooms in, which is good. So I always do about 12 photographs. Again, kind of legacy of eBay, that is, really. There you go. And so if you decide, yeah, I love that, can't live without that, you basically go over, add to cart, adding, and it says added. There you go. So what you can then do, as you can see then, it's updated the cart button by 1, and you don't check out till you finish shopping. So you may want to go to other items to have a look at. For example, this lovely raw Staffordshire pottery convex mirror. There it is. Lovely item, mint condition pretty well. And if you wanted to, you could add that to the cart. Added, and lo and behold, it'll say 2 up here. So, okay, you finished shopping, and you can then go to your cart. There they are. It gives you the option to remove it or go back and do a bit more shopping or check out. So what you'll notice now is if you go to checkout, there you go. Obviously, I'm not going to go through the whole process of checking out, but what you'll see here, which is important, is there's your order summary, subtotal. It's only the UK, so no tax or anything like that. Shipping, all my prices include shipping to UK mainland. So for example, that £65 includes the shipping price to you as long as you're on the UK mainland. And there's your total. In theory, if you were buying these two items, £205. So put your email in. You've got a choice to sign up to receive news and updates if you want to. And then you hit continue, and you just go through this process really to put your information in so it can be shipped to you. And it goes through delivery methods, payment, review and purchase, and then you hit the pay button, and then you'll be paying via either PayPal or Stripe, which looks after Visa cards, debit cards, credit cards, so on. So there you go. That's how the order and checkout pages work. Okay, and we'll go back now to the store. Right, so if we now go back to just as an example, we go back to the home page. We could scroll down, and here we have Knowledge Bank. So if we click on the Knowledge Bank, there we go, and this opens up the Knowledge Bank page. Equally, you could go to it via the navigation panel at the top. So what we have is exclusively curated for the Antique Central community, a video archive of information films and a comprehensive glossary of antiques and vintage items and definitions that have been researched and compiled from open access sources over many years. And it's all done by myself. So first up, we have the a few selected links for the YouTube channel. So I don't want general films on the website. I just want information films really. So you've got what are ceramics, what is Art Deco, are we curators and custodians, and discover the beauty of Art Nouveau. So we can link to any of these films on the YouTube channel. Just there's a little quote by me, actually. It always begins with a simple question. What is that? Who was? I wonder when. Maybe they were just curious, or maybe they had been seeking the answer for a long time. Who knows? I don't know. I've always carried that thought in my head when I'm dealing with customers. And so I thought I'd just write it down as a quote on the website. So here's an example we could of the YouTube link. We could, for example, click on Discover the Beauty of Art Nouveau, and there you go. It takes you to the actual YouTube page. If I get my mouse working, there we go, and it will play.
Art Nouveau is a decorative movement characterized by curved lines.
As you can see, that's playing. So we'll stop that, and that's I think that works quite well. So we now just go back by clicking the back button to the web page, and then underneath the YouTube links is the glossary, and this is alphabetical order. So if there's anything you've ever wanted to get a definition of or try and understand what it means, then hopefully it will be in the list. Now you can let me know in the comments if you think there are thousands of lists of glossary terms that I haven't included yet, but if there's any you really want included, let me know in the comments. Also, I am attempting to put a bit more of a selection option really when you're looking at the glossary. So for example, A to G, H to M, because at the moment all you do is you just scroll down the whole list, and although it's nice to have a browse and a read, it's all kind of described in all the terms are described in very friendly, in a friendly manner, you know, and easy access, and they're terms that I've found useful during my career in the trade. You know, you do have to scroll down to find the specific term you're looking for, so I am trying to shorten that process. Okay, so what we'll now do is go up to the navigation bar at the top, click on About, and there we go. This takes us to the About page. Gives my commitment to all of the customers that visit the website. I'm not going to read it all out now. You can go and have a look yourself. It's a bit long to read out. That's an embarrassing photograph of me, pint of cider in hand, sat outside my old the shop where I had space. I no longer have space in that shop. And a little bit more info about the philosophy behind the business and also the website. You can also link on the navigation panel at the bottom of each page to any specific page that you want to go to as well. So for example, let's click on next the Antique Central contact page, and there it is. So this is where you can contact Antique Central direct, and all you need to do is use the form here and put your name, email, the subject and your message, submit, and then it will send the form through to me via the mail platform that you're using. And another little quote here, I don't know who came up with this, but antiques are a fascinating glimpse into the past, antiques are a fascinating glimpse into the past, a window into the lives and times of those who came before us. And I think that's very true. And then finally, to keep this short, we can look at the terms and conditions, and this is the legal stuff, and I'm certainly not going to go through all this. You can read it yourself if you want to, but it confirms our terms and conditions should you ever make a purchase, and it tells you all about how you go about making the purchase and what rights will you have. All the usual consumer rights, including the returns policy and so on. But if you're interested in that kind of thing, it's an interesting little read. And then you've got your links to the various social media platforms, including Instagram, Facebook and YouTube. I've yet to link Facebook, so I'll probably do that in the next day or so. But just to give you an example, if we click on the Instagram page, this is a brand new Instagram site. I've only posted one photo so far, which was a screen grab of the web page. I've got a couple of followers and one post, but I will be adding regularly to the Instagram page with photos of new stock and anything that I think you might find interesting. So again, it'd be great if you went and found me on Instagram and followed me. And if you're in the trade yourself, chances are I'll follow you back as well. So what we then do is go back to the website. We'll go back to the home page to round it off. So hopefully that will become a familiar sight to you. Right, that's probably enough for now, because you can browse to your heart's content yourself whenever you find the urge. So there you go. That's my philosophy behind setting up my own e-commerce website. If you would like to support it, the best way to do it is by visiting Antique Central at antiquecentral.co.uk and by sharing the site with your like-minded friends and family. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please like, comment, share and subscribe. And if you are a new subscriber, let me know where you are from in the world so I can add you to our ever-growing digital subscriber list, which you can probably see scrolling across the bottom of the screen. As ever, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.